give the audience a little bit of background on yourself. You've been doing a lot, and it's just amazing how busy you are. But maybe a 2-minute background on yourself first.
Sure. I am a by mistake entrepreneur, but I am a dedicated 35-year healthcare technology, digital healthcare executive, caring really about how the patient was going to be impacted by all of it. So I founded Health Tech, which was the first digital health agency in the industry. I sold that to Interpublic Group. I founded CBS Health Watch, which was a female-led founded unicorn before we even used that word, and took that public. That was the basis for consumers' health on the internet. And then went on to do more. And the most recent, which we're going to talk about today, was an artificial intelligence company in 2016. And the impact of AI when I saw it was as impacted as I personally was when I saw what the web could do for consumers in 1996. And I think AI is going to have tremendous benefit. I think we're going to have to be very careful how we use it, talk about it, et cetera. And I'm going to just touch on that today. And we're going to expand it more at the summit. I am always thrilled to be here. I encourage everybody on the line to really sign into these HITLAB events. We just do great things. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. And we need these discussions, and all our entrepreneurs, like our last guest, just phenomenal opportunity. If I had 5 offices and millions of dollars, I'd just put 5 entrepreneurs for AI right now, because the potential is incredible.
Yeah, let's dig into that, because I think that's what everyone wants to hear about, especially given the tie that you're seeing between AI and generative natural language processing, chat, and women's health and mental health. Talk a little bit about the overlap there and what you're seeing come out that you're really excited about.
Yeah, let's back up 1 second in defining it. And so artificial intelligence combined with machine learning and the advances in that technology is what's really exciting right now. In addition to that, the move to the cloud by companies where they can have access to technologies on an as-needed basis, turning them up and down, means more people can use this advanced technology than ever before. That is really important background. A few terms that are key. Machine learning on top of artificial intelligence means that every time I, as a consumer, a physician, a researcher, interact with the technology, that technology is going to refine itself, learn more. And this is not invasive. This is really, I feel, very important in healthcare in streamlining our points for that. The other key thing in these technologies is the predictive layer. So artificial intelligence alone and machine learning aren't really that impressive until you start to layer on the predictive nature of the technology, the dynamic content assembly as it's reading that data. That is really key. And let's talk about a few examples of that. If you start in the research and development, the drug development, the most exciting thing about AI is the amount of data that it can ingest, predict, and then provide insight to. So if you're a researcher and you're doing drug development and you're using what humans can't possibly analyze, but computers can, huge amounts of data that are coming in with a predictive layer to analyze it. That predictive analytics can provide us insight to treatments in a time period that we haven't had before. We will be able to improve that time to market tremendously. The other thing about AI is the combination of technologies. So now that we are able to inexpensively analyze the entire genome, for example, put that for a doctor or patient on top of a artificial intelligence machine learning algorithm, and all of a sudden, we are seeing results and insights that we truly have not been able to see before. And so, that is really powerful. Clinical decision support for physicians, where you can analyze the data, the images, the test results, everything almost instantaneously, using a platform that's predictive with artificial intelligence, simply means the diagnosis can be so much more accurate of that physician and in real time. These platforms are providing this data instantaneously. And because of the amount that it can look at so quickly, insights that we haven't seen before, which is the truth. So all of these pieces have been around for so long. We've had data analytics, we've had artificial intelligence, but now the combination of that is just fantastic. From the basics of operations, just running more efficient hospitals, running more efficient, physicians' offices with the ability to even just run your operations more efficiently, to the very nuance of looking at research data with artificial intelligence. It's just an incredible breakthrough.
No, it really is. And one of the things that we were just talking about with the Organon executive from the Middle East region was around where we really see the biggest gaps and the biggest digital divide, and how health tech and digital health certainly can help close that divide. Where are some of the biggest opportunities that you're seeing where we can apply digital health technologies to help reduce the digital divide in women's health and mental health?
Again, these technologies, certainly, if you look at the combination of wearable technology, for example, which is available. So globally, when you look at the cell phone penetration, when you look at the penetration of Coca-Cola, what did I say that? Yes, it goes to the most remote village in the world. The Hunger Project has loaded onto every single Coca-Cola truck a water purification system, a way to reach the women in these villages to improve healthcare. When you look at wearable, when you look at the ability to combine these technologies and to provide that at a reasonable cost, like J&J originally did with the UN to do text for baby, when we first started using texting, again, we have all the technology, but as the corporations look at financing what we're going to do, I think there, Stan, is the opportunity. There is the opportunity for the executives in the companies to really start looking at the solution backwards. And I'm not saying that we don't ever. I'm simply saying that with the advent of all these technologies and trying to run a company at the same time, first we had mobile come in, then we had the texting come in, then we had the social media, etc., all the way to today, and now we're at artificial intelligence. But if our top 5 topics are maternal health, maternal mortality, reaching women to improve cardiac outcomes, which is still an issue today, now we start to look at the cloud. Now we start to look at the advent of artificial intelligence with predictive technology. Now we start to look at technologies that you're hearing so much about, like chat GPT, for example. It's the prompting of that we have to teach the patient. How are we going to ask? How are we going to determine the accuracy of the information? That is the partnership with the corporations, and learning AI in a different way, not just being pitched to, but what are our solutions in the next 3 years we need to hit, from drug development all the way across the divisions of our company, including commercial, and how are we going to combine that? What combined resources are going to be used? And now that we've invested millions in the cloud, how are we going to teach each division to use that with the ability to take advantage of this predictive analytics, data ingestion, artificial intelligence with machine learning, etc. That's the exciting opportunity for the patient, because ultimately, Stan, that's who it's going to hit. If we can do a better job of really focusing our strategies from the outcome backwards, because artificial intelligence will absolutely improve clinical outcome, but we have to do it in a very stepwise, organized way backwards that lands at improved healthcare for the consumer and an improved clinical outcome for the physician, the system, the hospital, et cetera.
Good for you. Yeah, and you're spot on there. And it really, you've been around and you've been doing this since the .com age. So you know exactly what it is to bring patients into a system, a platform, a tool, going back to oncology.com and everything there. It's not easy and it takes a lot of empathy. Talk a little bit about empathy-driven technology and tell the audience, again, we have a lot of digital health startups, a lot of digital health executives who are building these products, a lot of folks from big hospital, big health plan, big life science who are building these platforms. What would be your parting words to them on driving these new platforms with empathy and how should they go about doing that?
Empathy is an interesting word. I'm going to use empathy in education. What I don't think we've done as well as we should have is the tabbed spiral notebook I want shipped to every consumer in the world that teaches them how to use all of this. I think one of the most important things as we start to touch consumers with both wearables as well as these artificial intelligence, conversational abilities and advanced search abilities is teaching them how to use it. To go to the basics, to say, this is how you prompt it. This is how you use it. This is how it's going to help your healthcare. This is how you take your wearable where now you can check your, EKG and everything else, not EKG, but you know what the readings, the blood oxygen, everything you can do on your wrist. But I got to combine it to something. I have to learn how to read that. Why is that important? How do I share that with my doctor? And then as we start putting AI layers on it, teaching them how to prompt that to use it and bringing that back to us. So we have done a great job of a lot of individual technology, electronic pill cases. But what we haven't done a great job is combining the technologies for the consumer and literally and transparently saying, one, this is how you use it. This is how they're going to collect the data. And this is why that's important, very transparently and not scary as it replies to you in a secure environment, because it's going to give us insight to improve your health. And I think globally, although it becomes more simple, the farther out to the village you go, I still think we have now that capability with Cell to reach an audience we haven't been able to before. And we have to search for ways to improve those outcomes because it's not only third world that's having trouble with women's health, maternal health. It's right here in the US. And some of that is instruction. And I think we have to combine that investment in technology with the investment in that education.